Good morning, McAvinnue's School. Mr. Domina here, handling the McAvinue morning announcements. Today is, here we go. There it is, Wednesday, May 11th, 2022. Thank you once again for joining me for the Wednesday edition of McAvinnue's Morning Announcements. We have lots to cover, everyone, so let's get to it. We have two important reminders and updates for everyone. The first being today is an early release day at McAvinue and actually across the city of Lowell, where all schools will get out a little bit early, and McAvinue gets out at 1:30 p.m. I sent a message out on Class Dojo to families. I sent an email out early this morning, so everyone should be set to go. Pick up at 1:30 at the school, or you will be on the bus heading home and someone will be there to greet you. So early release day. We have one more early release day, the last day of school in the month of June. So that will be it for early release days for this particular school year. So I just wanted to remind everyone, make the most out of your learning today. Every minute and every second counts at McAvinue. So even though we're getting out early to enjoy the nice weather, you still have to try really, really hard today. We also have another important reminder. It is International Nurse Day, which basically means across the country and across the world, we are celebrating and recognizing all of the nurses that are out there that really help keep everyone healthy, really help keep everyone as safe as possible. Nurse Robin, as you know, is the nurse at McAvinue, and she is simply amazing. So today is really her day. It's going to be an awesome day for her. We have some fun things planned, so I can't wait. But if you pop into the nurse today, or the nurse's office, pardon me, or see Nurse Robin around, say happy Nurse Day. She'll really appreciate it. Just wanted to make sure I get that out to everyone. And now we are finally ready, everyone, to begin like we always do. That's right, coming together as one unified collective school, showing our ultimate sign of respect by reciting the Pledge of Allegiance. So let's stand up, turn your voice off, get your right hand over your heart, make sure to face the flag that's in your classroom or learning space, and we will begin. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Nice job, everyone. Moving right into McAvinue's yoga pose of the week. It is the eagle pose, and we basically launched that pose on Monday, practiced it together, and I reminded everyone on our old school intercom announcements on Tuesday. So we have another chance to practice it collectively as a school, so let's get to it. As everyone knows, the eagle pose starts in the standing mountain pose, which is our feet hip width apart and our hands down by our side. At this part, we're really focusing on our upper body and our arms first before we end up focusing on our legs. Remember what we do? Put our hands and arms out, and what we want to do is cross, join our hands. You're already starting to feel a little bit of stretch on your forearm and wrist area. Go underneath and through. All right, let's do that one more time. Hands out, cross, join, and through. So now we have the top part of the eagle pose done. Now you pick the left or right leg, and you just have to cross that leg over one leg, so you're standing basically on one foot and working on your balance. I'm going to have my left leg go over my right leg. All right. A little bit easier for me today than on Monday. That's always happens when you practice a little bit more. Things are easier. Remember, you can find a focus point across the classroom or your learning space. A focus point is something that you simply stare at so that you are able to maintain proper balance. When you start looking all around, you actually lose balance. Got to keep your head and eyes still. Take a deep breath in and release it. All right, not bad, everyone. Now I want you to release your hands. Put your hands down by your side and make sure that both feet, are hip width apart. So that is the eagle pose. So that is really the last formal day this week that we're going to practice this pose. On Thursday, I will remind you about the eagle pose on our old school intercom announcements. And remember, Friday, we do not do yoga. That's right, Friday dance party. We haven't done it in a couple of weeks, so this one's going to be amazing, and we pause yoga on that day. So nice job, everyone, on the eagle pose. I really like that pose. Definitely a great pose. All right, so we're moving on to birthdays. So I'm going to be honest with you. So on the Monday edition, I did forget Friday birthday that I was giving a birthday shout out. So I want to make sure that I recognize the birthday that I missed. So on Friday, May 6th, it was the one and only Mrs. Hoffman's birthday. So somehow when I was preparing this presentation, I know I had Mrs. Hoffman down originally, but I was copying a few of these slides and I accidentally deleted her name because I was getting confused about the Friday birthdays and Saturday birthdays, as well as the ones I needed to put on the Monday edition, which were the Sunday birthdays and Monday birthdays. So that is Mrs. Hoffman's special birthday shout out for me missing it on the Monday edition. So happy belated birthday, Mrs. Hoffman. So now we are up to date. And remember, on the Wednesday edition of Morning Announcements, we cover the Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday birthdays. So Tuesday, May 10th, which was yesterday, we had Orlando's birthday in room 101 and Emily's birthday in room 304. Today, the 11th of May, we have Alex's birthday in room 205. And tomorrow, on May 12th, we have Tayrone's birthday in room 208. And the one and only Miss Mishad's birthday. Miss Mishad finally turned 15. So congratulations, Miss Mishad, for still being in your teens and working your way up to becoming an adult. So nice job. Just teasing. Obviously, Miss Mishad, very young teacher that we have here. She's not 15. She's older than that, but just a little bit of a joke. All right. So that is all the birthdays that we have, and we are fully updated. So let's get our birthday celebration. Round of applause, hands ready to go, so that we can celebrate the birthdays that we're supposed to celebrate on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, as well as Mrs. Hoffman's on Friday. So here we go. All right. Stay tuned, everyone. More birthdays to come on the Friday edition. Remember, those will be the Friday and Saturday birthdays, and we will be set. All right. Let's get to McAvinnue's joke of the day, and let's just get going with it. What do you get when you combine a worm and a ruler? So remember, right now, the weather's going to be warmer, a little bit warmer today, but really warm on Thursday and Friday and over the weekend. And actually, I just looked at the weather, and the launch of next week on Monday and Tuesday are going to be in the 80s as well. So it's really going to start to feel like spring out there in early summer. So now our environment starts to come alive, right? Trees, you start to notice, have new blooms on there. Leaves are starting to form. The grass is starting to grow. Birds are returning. Bugs are returning. Everything's kind of coming back to life, including worms. All right. So that's why the joke is really focusing on the springtime, and we throw a worm in there. So what do you get when you combine a worm and a ruler? Do you have your guess, prediction, or suggestion locked in your mind? All right. Looks like everyone's ready to go. The answer is you get an inchworm. That's what you get. When you combine a worm and a ruler, you get an inchworm. And an inchworm, everyone, is actually a type of worm, right? Now, it's good for the joke. It makes sense. But let's take a look at what an inchworm actually is. All right. So many of you have seen an inchworm. And an inchworm doesn't really slither around similar to worms and snakes, how they move around. An inchworm actually squishes itself up and goes forward. And that's how it moves when it is moving in its environment or habitat. So that is actually an inchworm, right? So I wanted to do a little bit of a science share out, even though this is the joke of the day. All right, remember, this is McAvinnue's joke of the day. Remember to share with family and friends. Get them to smirk, get them to smile. Better yet, get them to laugh. That's why we do these things. This is kind of a learning joke, which is kind of cool. So make sure to share it out with someone. And if you can find a graphic of an inchworm, maybe people will say, yeah, that is an actual worm or a type of worm that's out there in the world. So if you see an inchworm, it's kind of cool to watch it move like that. All right, more jokes to come on the Friday edition. All right, here we go. We got some good news stories to share out. So many of you have noticed these boxes that are in and around the fourth grade hallway. And so the fourth grade students are doing a kind of community service project where they are looking to collect things for the Lowell Humane Society, which is in Lowell. And it really focuses kind of like an animal shelter where you can drop things off and that can be donated to families that have an animal that are in need, right? So the job of the shelter is to really take in these animals, make sure they're healthy enough, and try to find homes for them, right? So the grade 4 students are having these donation boxes set up in their hallway, and they are looking for donations so they can bring to the Humane Society. So anything that you can donate, thinking of an animal treat, animal toy, anything like that would go to the Humane Society. They would appreciate it. And the other thing, teachers, our grade 4 students are prepared to do a presentation in your class to your students. So you reach out to the grade 4 team and they will find a couple of kids for you to go down. It's already happened in a variety of different classrooms at McAvinue. They will do a very nice presentation about what they're looking to do. and it will actually be a nice way to activate kind of kids going home and talking about it and then bringing some stuff in so they can put up in the boxes. Those boxes are on the grade 4 hallway right by the classroom, and they are all wrapped in that yellow paper, so they're easy to find. So that is the Lowell Humane Society kind of a reminder and shout out for good news. So nice job. In this case, Mrs. Gallagher sent it out. That's why I have room 308, but actually it's going across all the classrooms in grade 4. So nice job, grade 4 students. All right, so we do have another good news story. Take a look. More great things happening in art. And this is a kindergarten shout out for their kindergarten friends in room 206. So what they're doing is really learning to navigate and explore the art room. In this case, they're painting, and they had paint supplies that are in the class. So they're developing some independence and really working on those independent skills they're going to need to have in first grade by moving around the art room safely, finding paint, being very careful, putting it in a safe spot, and being able to accomplish their project, which is amazing. So I wanted to give a shout out. Our kindergarten students are basically first graders. They are ready for first grade. So nice job, students in room 206. Always love those good news shout outs. All right, take a look. We have a before school program shout out. Take a look at our kids that are there for the before school program. They made yarn dolls, which are kind of cool. So the before school program does a variety of different things down in the cafeteria. In this case, they did a cool little art project, and I wanted to give a shout out to our friends that come here before school from 8 to 9 o'clock before we launch our day. Yarn dolls, very cool. So if you see these guys in the hallway, ask them how they made it. Maybe you can do it as well. All right, so now we're shifting over to a little bit of ST Math good news. So we have more kids that we're adding to that Hall of Fame, ST Math Hall of Fame. For those kids that completed 100% of their journey objectives for their grade level, we're adding Jaden in room 103 to that. So congratulations, Jaden. But we're also adding Destin, fourth grade student in room 307, accomplished all of the grade 4 journey objectives. So Destin's story is a little bit special because Destin not only has to log on to ST Math for himself, but during the scheduled ST Math block in his classroom, Destin actually goes over to third grade and really supports some students around solving some of the more challenging puzzles that the third grade students have. So Destin's kind of like an ST Math tutor and goes over and actually works with some students in third grade. So not only does he have to do that, but he also has to find time to be able to log on to ST Math so he can get his own work done. And Destin is simply an amazing kid, always willing to help out, extremely bright. And now he's going to make the ST Math Hall of Fame, and he's accomplished all of the journey objectives for grade 4. So that is simply amazing. So that is it, I believe, that we have for all of our good news stories that we're sharing out today. So get your congratulations, celebration, round of applause hands ready to go. Here we go. All right, stay tuned for the Friday edition because I'll be having more good news stories that I'm going to be sharing out. So stay tuned for that. All right, so I do have a little bit of a good news ST Math story for our school. This is at the end of last week, and I know this number is already higher. Our entire school since the beginning of the school year has accomplished 741,958 total puzzles, which is like literally extremely close to 1 million puzzles, right? Now, how awesome would it be for us to be able to get to 1 million puzzles by the end of the school year? It would be extremely challenging for us to be able to do that. I'm gonna be honest with you. That's over 200,000 puzzles we'd have to get for now until the end of the school year, which we have a little over a month of school to go, right? So I don't know. Let's see how close we can get. Mrs. Bellarosa and I will continue to monitor, but we will kind of share out the total puzzles that are completed. But that is simply an amazing feat. That is actually no, I'm being 1,000% serious. No joke. That is the most puzzles out of any school in the city of Lowell that they've completed, which is simply amazing. So keep up the hard work, but I wanted to share that out. Little ST Math school-wide good news. All right. So now when you see that blank purple screen, you know it's time to talk about McAvinnue's core values. What's the first one, everyone? All right. I like it as respect, and you should know the second one. What is it? All right. Perfect. Responsibility. And that final one, everyone, let me hear it. All right, it is safety. So today's challenge I really want to focus on is going to zero in on safety. All right. So I've noticed a few things that are here at the school that I am a little bit concerned about. All right. So overall, we are moving through the building and accessing safe behavior in most spots through the building. You know, we do have a few kids that are moving quickly through the building and looks like they're almost running. So we're working with those students around what they need to do. But remember, the weather right now is improving and we are getting outside just about every single day. So what you really have to focus on is safety when you're out at recess, right? So not only when you're on the rooftop courtyard or the front playground or over at Father McGuire Park, there's multiple things that you have to really focus on, right? So when you're running around and moving around, you have to be aware of your environment. You have to make sure that we're not crashing and banging and slamming into kids. We also have to make sure that we have safe hands and safe feet, right? So we're going to be picking activities that are going to involve a lot of movement and they're going to be a lot of fun. But ultimately, in order for us to be safe, our hands and feet need to be safe and they need to remain with ourselves. I've noticed some kids grabbing onto each other. I saw a few kids pulling each other around for fun on the rooftop courtyard. We need to stop that immediately, right? We want to make sure that we're accessing safe behavior during our outdoor recess time. All right. So I'm going to be on the lookout for that when everyone's outside. So make sure that you follow and do your part to be as safe as possible. It'll be awesome for me to be able to see some improvement around that, especially when we're able to get outside more regularly now that the weather's better. All right. So that is your safety challenge for today. Give me a double thumbs up if you think you can do that. All right. I love it. And remember, when you put respect, responsibility, and safety all together, that's right, we will continue to make McAvenue the best school that we all know. So that is it for the Wednesday edition of McAvinnue's morning announcements. Let's do our fist bump, sign out, and turn it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. So go get them today. Work hard today. Laugh today. Smile today. Enjoy the fine weather today. Remember your core value safety challenge today. Let's take advantage of every minute, every second, every hour of learning on our early release day. This day counts still, so we don't want to take a break. We want to continue to work really, really hard, and that is really it. So I'll catch up with everyone in all the usual places, which is everywhere. So enjoy this Wednesday, and I'll see you soon. Take it easy.